Yes, I am an Amazon FBA millionaire guru. I'm teaching Amazon FBA. I'm teaching people how to make billions of dollars on Amazon, and I am actually living paycheck to paycheck. It might sound surprising, but in today's video, I am going to tell you why you should live paycheck to paycheck as well. But it might not entail what you believe it does. If you don't know me, my name is Chris Mangunza. I release daily videos just like this one about selling on Amazon and business in general. So if you want more videos, you want to learn how to sell on Amazon, all that stuff, like this video, subscribe to get more videos. And if you want to grow your Amazon business, I have a free course link in the description. It's an ebook that will teach you how to find profitable products. Now, I know it is surprising, but I'm actually living paycheck to paycheck. And what does that mean? Does that mean that if I have some extra expense that I was not planning for, I would actually not be able to cover them? No. What it means is that I'm actually dependent on my paycheck to pay for my fixed expense that I have every single month, the paycheck that I have with my business, because my Amazon business is not my only business. My YouTube channel business is starting to take off a little bit and is starting to pay me a decent amount of money, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I'm actually, as I said, living paycheck to paycheck. And what does that actually mean? As I said, if I have some extra expense, the truth is that my expenses are pretty low, okay? I have fixed expense, like to be able to live comfortably. I have expenses that are around $300 a month, so including my rent in Miami, anything, all the stuff that I have to pay to be able to live, I pay around $3,300, okay? Which is not a lot of money, and if I actually needed to, I was back to zero and I actually needed to make that money, I have a lot of ways to make that money to actually pay my bill and survive, okay? The truth is that I'm dependent on the paycheck that I receive every month, and not really every month, but pretty much every day, to pay for my rent, to pay for my bills and all that stuff, because I do not keep a lot of money into savings. And especially when I was starting my business, my Amazon business and all that stuff, I did not necessarily have a lot of money in my saving accounts. And like you may know, if you know the story of how I actually started this business, I just had like $3,000, some money that I had invested into an ETF with the gas price and all that stuff, that I was able to make a little bit more money, and actually invested all that money back into my Amazon business. And this is the real way I want you to actually start. Like, this is the mentality that I really want you to have if you are an entrepreneur and if you're actually trying to grow your business. So it does not mean that you should not have and I'm sorry, I'm actually losing my voice. It does not mean that you should not have a security fund, okay, with money to cover some of your expense. So 3 months, 6 months, potentially up to 1 year, just to be safe. And it really depends on the risk that you are willing to take. Of course, if you have kids, you have a family to take care of course it is going to be way more critical for you to actually have all that stuff. But if you are younger, if you are just like me, younger, like especially when I started, I'm getting a little bit older, but like if you are young, you do not have a family to take care of, all that stuff, you can take a lot of risk. And so you should not hold to a lot of cash, not have a lot of cash in your saving accounts. It does not make a lot of sense. And same thing with investment. If you do not have a lot of money, why are you trying to invest that money? You are never going to get a lot of returns on that money. You are never going to get rich this way. And so if you are an entrepreneur, and especially if you are an Amazon seller, you need to constantly reinvest your money aggressively into your business. And the real reason why I'm saying that I'm living paycheck to paycheck is I'm not struggling, because my income is way more than enough to actually cover for my for my spending, okay, for anything that I need to spend to survive. But all the money that I make, it doesn't matter if it's with Amazon, it doesn't matter if it's with this YouTube channel or anything that I do around the YouTube channel, I reinvested super aggressively, first into the Amazon business, second into the YouTube business, and third into other ventures that I'm actually starting to try to make grow, right? And this is the big thing, especially with your Amazon business, because Amazon businesses are businesses that requires a lot of money to run, okay? It's cash. It requires a lot of cash, and you need to constantly be buying inventory for your business to survive, right? So it's not necessarily true with business such as business service. Let's say you do marketing like I used to do before. If you make $10,000 because you have clients on retainer, if it costs you $1,000 to actually maintain those clients, and of course it's going to cost you a little bit more, but you get the idea. You're going to make $9,000 profit every single month, whether you reinvest money into the business or not, okay? And if you want to grow the business, you do not necessarily need to inject more money into the business. You can just call people, spend time on the phone calling people, and find new clients, right? So this is this type of business. But of course, you can still invest money aggressively into the business to actually hire some people, to better your process, to actually pay for some tools that are going to make all the process easier. Yes, you can reinvest into your business, but with a business such as Amazon FBA, especially online arbitrage and all those business models, it requires a lot of cash. And if you want to make your business grow, it is going to require a ton of cash. The truth is that it actually gets addicting, okay? Whenever you see that you can get $1, inject it into the business and turn it into $3 in a couple of months, you realize that there's really no point in actually saving money. And of course, right now, I actually have a security fund where, I have money set aside just in case anything happens. But it was not necessarily the case a few months ago. I was reinvesting a ton of money super aggressively into the business to make it grow. And so this is why I've been able to grow the business fast, and this is something that you need to do if you want the business to grow fast. And so, as I said, it starts getting super addicting when you see that you can put $1 and turn it into $3 super fast. So if you can do it with $1, you can do it with 1,000, you can do it with 10,000, you can do it with 20,000. So you start to see quickly that if you reinvest all your money, your business is going to grow exponentially. And so it is actually quite addicting, and you realize that there's no point in actually hoarding to cash, and it's actually better to actually buy inventory with this cash. But when I actually started making some money on Amazon, I started making a decent amount of money on Amazon, I actually invested a lot of money on other ventures, such as this YouTube channel that I started last year. I bought 2 cameras, okay? I have one other camera in Miami. I bought lens. I bought a computer when this YouTube channel started to work. I bought a ton of equipment, and I told you guys I invested probably up to this point. I invested like 15,000 in the YouTube channel, and same thing now. The earnings from the YouTube channel. Like, to be honest, since I'm reinvesting a lot of money on stuff that is around the YouTube channel, but that is not just this YouTube channel, I would say that I have invested more money into the YouTube channel that I've made so far, because I keep reinvesting into other stuff. I haven't paid myself from the money from the YouTube business, and I'm still investing some money from the Amazon business back into some other ventures that are around the YouTube business. And you may not realize it right now because you may not see them right now. But of course, now the YouTube channel is starting to pay. The videos are monetized. I have a lot of stuff around the YouTube business, but like you may think that I'm making a ton of money with it and that I'm putting a lot of money into my pockets. It is not true. I'm reinvesting a lot of cash into this venture. Same thing with Amazon. And like, as I said, the main reason why I'm able to do this, and still, I'm still traveling, I'm still enjoying, but this is with credit card funds and all that stuff. This is something that we can talk about in another video. But the main reason why I'm actually able to live, and of course, yes, no, I have a small security fund where I have a few months of, I could, if I need to get 3-4 months of my daily expense, of my monthly expense, I can get it easy, so it's not an issue if I have some expenses that were not accounted for that I need to get the money for fast, okay? So it's not that big of an issue because I haven't been as aggressive as I was, especially with Amazon, in the last few months. But if you want to grow, you need to reinvest money fast. And Amazon, especially if this is your first business, okay, if your Amazon business is your first business, do not take a lot of money out of this business and reinvest profits from the business instead of increasing your lifestyle, because this is really the main thing, okay? Of course, you may see Lamborghinis and Rolexes on my thumbnails, but you have probably realized that it is just AI generated and I'm not living this lifestyle, okay? I could potentially, as I said, I could actually lease a Lamborghini. It would make no sense, okay? Financially, it would be a really dumb decision. But the main reason why I'm able to, quote unquote, live paycheck to paycheck, and the real reason why I'm actually living paycheck to paycheck, and I'm actually comfortable doing it, is because my income is so high compared to to my expense that I need to live myself, that it is not that big of an issue. You know, it's not that big of an issue. I know that I'm going to get the money every single month. Even if I reinvest aggressively, I invest super aggressively into the business, I know that it's not going to be an issue because the money that I'm going to make for the month, even, you know, when I'm done paying for my expenses, for my personal expenses, all the money that I start reinvesting, even if my account goes to zero, I know that by next month, you know, I will have enough money into the account to actually support my lifestyle and all that stuff, because my lifestyle did not increase that much. Yes, I started traveling more and all that stuff, but most of the, like 90% of it is funded by credit card points that I get because I'm actually spending a ton of money on inventory and all that stuff, you know. So my lifestyle has not increased that much. I did not increase my lifestyle drastically, and this is the reason why I'm able to reinvest aggressively. And once again, because my lifestyle, like if you live in the US, you know that if you really need to make $3,000 in the next 2 months, especially if you live in Miami, in the next 2 months, in the next 2 weeks, like let's say I realize that, and I'm not in Miami right now, but like I'm saying when I'm actually in Miami, if I realize that I actually need to make $3,000 by next month, by the end of the month, let's say I have two weeks left in the month, I'm saying I actually need to make that money, I can make it, okay? It's not an issue. There's a lot of ways there's a lot of hustles that I can do to actually bring that money, okay? Especially in Miami, there's a lot of things that you can do. Nothing illegal, by the way, of course, I'm not doing that stuff, but you get what I mean, okay? There's a lot of stuff that you can do, a lot of gig economy jobs that you can do to potentially get that money in, okay? Not too big of an issue. Just work 14 days. If I need to make 3,000 divided by 14, I just need to make $214 a day on average. Not too bad. You can easily do this if you work all day for 14 days a week. For 14 days a week is not possible, of course, but 14 days straight, you can easily make $3,000. So I'm never like, since my lifestyle is not that crazy, I'm not that scared of things happening. Like if something really happened, I can make that money and actually support myself. So it's not that big of an issue. Let's say, God forbid, I lose everything. I lose the YouTube channel. I lose the Amazon business. I lose all that stuff. If I'm in Miami, I can make that money easy. It's not an issue. Okay, I can make double the money that I need every single month, and it's not an issue. I can save half of that. And yeah, but this is the big thing. If you increase your lifestyle too fast, you're gonna run, it's the same thing as being in a rat race. It's the exact same thing. And in this business, you know, Amazon, all that stuff, you need to reinvest your cash to make the business grow, because if you do not reinvest your profit, the business is, if you do not reinvest any profit, the business is gonna stagnate. And the moment where, you know, let's say you make 6,000 profit and your lifestyle costs you $6,000, okay? Your business is going to stagnate. If you make $30,000 a month, you make 66,000 in profit, you keep spending 6,000 on yourself, on your lifestyle, the business is going to stay the same. And at the moment where you are actually going to have some extra expense that you did not account it for, you're going to need to take money out of the business. And so the next month, instead of making 30,000, you're going to start making 20,000. Let's say you're going to make 20,000, and then you're going to actually keep withdrawing 6,000 from the business every single month, and you're probably going to be making less profit that you were making, but you are stuck because you have to spend that money to maintain the lifestyle that you have. So, and this is when your business will actually start going down, and you're actually going to lose money. So there's levels to actually living paycheck to paycheck, and the way I am doing it is totally fine, because I know that, you know, if I make, let's even say I just make 5,000 profit in a month, I just need to spend 3,000. I know that I'm going to cover easily. Okay, I know that I'm going to cover my expense easily. So it does not matter. Even if I lose one stream of income, it's totally fine. And anyways, right now, you know, I have way more cash in the bank that I used to when I was scaling the business aggressively. But we are going to go back in aggressive scaling mode in probably like 2 weeks, something like this, because I'm going back to the US. So we are going to go back to scaling mode super hard. And so we are going to get back to paycheck to paycheck, to the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. So yeah, except that right now I have more streams of income that can support injecting more money into other business, especially injecting more money into the Amazon business. And yeah, I'm working on a project, investing a lot of money on a project that I've been talking to you guys about little by little, but that is going to change the way you source, okay? Because it's going to make your sourcing way more efficient. So yeah, I'll talk more about it soon. If you want to actually learn to find profitable products for your Amazon FBA online arbitrage business, the video is going to be right there, okay? Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Like and do all that YouTube stuff. Thank you.